Hey guys, Resting Game Face here. So I'm here with They Are Billions. So this game, sorry about that, just a little itchy, but this game is a zombie survival game in a steampunk-like world. It is absolutely tough. So this is in beta early access mode, or early access basically. I know I'm a bit derpy with my talking and all that, but absolutely tough game, totally enjoyable. Can be absolutely frustrating. So I'm just gonna go over some of the quick stuff here. So I already have a game that I started up, but so it's in the beginning. Don't worry. This is just to show what difficulties, all the stuff that you can factor in. So right now, all they have is survival mode. They are planning to implement a campaign mode in which your goal is to basically save humanity. So right now, you have four map types. Now, originally, when you get this game, when you first have is the Dark Moorland. So they'll give you the description of the map. It'll also factor into the difficulty. So I beat this once. Now I have the peaceful lowlands, and I'm planning on playing it just to move on from here. You have game duration. So the more days that you have, the easier it is because it gives you more time to build before the final horde comes. So I'm gonna do 120. I have been playing 150 just because it takes me a lot of time, and I'm sure it's not just me, but it's taken a lot of time to get the strategy down and get something that actually worked. And then you also have infected population. So with this, it factors in how many zombies are on the map, as well as how many zombies will come at you when they send hordes. So the hordes will progressively grow each time they come your way. So you got to build quickly, and you have to get all your shit going. So I'm going to continue from where I left off, which honestly, it's just right at the beginning. So maybe an hour or two in game has passed. So we'll show you. And hopefully with this, you guys can learn something from it. If you have this game and you're trying to figure out a strategy, you probably won't, because I'm sure my ass will die a lot. But I do plan on making a few episodes of this. That way we can get something down. And on top of that, if you guys have any sort of recommendations, if you are playing this as well, show me how I can improve. Okay, so only 1 hour has passed. So this, you have to protect this building. Command center. So you have a green and yellow bar. Now, with the yellow bar, that's basically how much damage it can sustain before it becomes infected. If it becomes infected, it's game over. It says at the bottom with the description, destroyed or infected. Now, I don't know how it can be destroyed. I'm sure they're going to implement something later on that could cause it to be destroyed.
Okay,
but with that, yeah, I'm absolutely confused on how it can be destroyed. But I'm sure they'll put in something later on. Now you have to factor in. So at the bottom right, you have your resources, which is gold, wood, stone, and iron and oil. Now, as the game or the farther you move along, you need to obviously start collecting oil, iron, and all that. But really, the first thing you need to concern about yourself about is going to be the wood. Also, looking for resources. So if you find them lying about, just like this, that's good. It helps you. Now, I could probably build, once I have what I need, could probably build a quarry, which looks like I would be able to right away. But you also have to factor in your colonists, you have to factor in workers, food production, and energy. Now, In order to get more colonists, you need to have food and you need to have energy. On top of that, the resources to build. To get workers, you need to build tents, which, as you progress throughout, you can upgrade the tents to increase your population. It'll also increase the consumption of food and energy. Food, you need to find resources, or at least build where you can gather food resources, which can be grass, it can be water, it can be near the woods. Energy, you just need to either build windmills. I can't remember the other ones, but windmills are the way that you would start out on building your energy slowly. You also need to expand. So, as you had probably seen when I first started out, was that you can see that there is a limit to where I can build. So pay attention to that, because if you can't build anything, then starting off wrong. On top of that, make sure that, so in order to expand, I should say, you need to build Tesla towers. This will increase your range in which you can build. It'll also help
On your orders.
when you have these buildings out.
That will be
Oof, this is a little slow. I do apologize, guys. I think they might have changed. I don't know if they did or if it's just because of recording. I think it's just because I'm recording. Oof, that is a lot of stone.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir. I was cleaning my way.
So, I'm sorry, that just, like, you don't see,
Perfect.
or at least I haven't seen that much stone all in one area. Okay, so as you can see on the little map in the bottom left, you can see red. That is the zombies. So
Okay.
what I like to do right off the bat is I like to try and spread out the rangers. That way, one, I can maximize my area, and two, they're not all targeting the same one, just because only one of them is going to gather experience. Now, rangers and soldiers, and then later on snipers, they can all gain experience and become veterans, which will, one, increase their damage, two, it'll also increase their attack speed. And it does become, it's, ooh, that's not good. Oh, no. So, there's a Doom village right by me, and there's also a shit ton of resources. So, the only thing I can do in this situation is I need to back away, because the Doom villages will spawn runners, and I am in no way, right now, I'm in no way to
Any orders?
take them on. So the best I can do is at least keep somebody here to watch.
Great.
Attention. Building completed.
Do you need me? For the humans!
This better be good. Okay.
That's really bad. So I need to expand on my resources. Yeah, this is actually kind of going slow, which I'm a little worried about.
You again.
Attention. Building completed.
Orders, sir. All right.
Great.
I think what I'm going to do
Okay.
is I'm
let's
going to
do
get
this.
these rangers
Building
to
completed.
take care of
What?
all these
Here we go again.
zombies over here. So I definitely,
This better be good.
now I know later on I'm definitely going to want to
Are you sure?
clear
You
out
are gonna pay me for this, right?
that Doom village,
Waiting
because
on
having one that close is extremely dangerous, and the fact that I'm kind of ignoring it is also not good. Okay, so yeah, so when you start out for your resource limits, so each resource has a limit. Now, right off the bat, you only have 50 for stone, wood, iron and oil, and then for gold you have 2,000. Now the way to increase it is going to be through a warehouse. It'll increase your resources by 50 and your gold by 2,000. You're going to need a few of them. You're going to need a few of them because later on it is going to honestly
At your service. For the humans.
research and everything is going to cost a lot, and on top of that,
On your order.
I would say it's definitely recommended, because later on you're going to need a shit ton of guys, you're going to need a shit ton of towers, everything that you can get. So
Okay.
woof. Yeah, this is a little slow, and I honestly think it's just because of recording. So I do apologize if this looks absolutely terrible. I can't see right now, but I can just tell in game
Tell me.
that it is awful.
Understood.
So, so we got to get all this moving. I definitely need some more food. 12, 16. There we go. Now, the other thing is, the more of these, so each building, again, they all have yellow lines on them for their hit points. If any of these, besides the command center, becomes infected, everybody that works in it also becomes infected. So it is absolutely necessary to pay attention, because especially like in this area right here, if one of these becomes infected, it just becomes a nightmare, especially if you can't. I've had many games, can't say many, like as in like double or triple digits. I'd say I've definitely at least had
Great.
more than half of my games
Okay. Let's
where
Building completed.
better be good.
one zombie ruins it all for me, because they would infect one building and then it would just multiply out of nowhere.
Is everything okay?
So, like I said, it is absolutely necessary to pay attention to the map and where everything is going down. So, I need to increase my.
Units under attack.
Ooh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Whew. So, the other thing,
Building
this game will let you know from time to time about
Perfect.
zombies hitting stuff. Not all the time does it tell you though. So again, it is absolutely necessary to, one, check the map every now and then, two, check everything that you can, especially when you're starting out early and you don't have a whole lot going on, because it does become a pain in the ass if you're not paying attention. Because sometimes they sneak in, especially if you do get your range taken care of. They absolutely find a way to sneak in,
What do you want?
and it is terrible.
Building completed.
You again.
So, and again, if you're doing something like this little strategy here,
What?
make sure that you're always backing up your units, because especially with the rangers, they can die easily if they get swarmed. And on top of that, there are some runners, and then there is one that actually outruns everything that you can build unit-wise.
Choose your mayor.
So, when you reach a certain population limit, well, not limit, but when you pass a certain population amount, you will, worker supply, I don't know what's technology cottage. I think the cottage is actually better. The worker supply, it's nice, but plus 12, that's not a good one in the long haul. Whereas the cottage, it's an upgrade to the tent, and if able to do it right away, it can increase my population
You are gonna
as well as income and workers. It does consume more energy. God, man, I still can't. produce enough. So, but it just saving the time on the research is nice. And when I'm able to build the stuff later on, it becomes absolutely invaluable. So for me, it's worth it. Having that small increase in workers, I'm not hurting for them right now, so I absolutely do not need them right now. And I think most of
Are in danger.
Tell me.
no,
Just tell me.
yeah, I
what
gotta
to
back off here
do. Of course, my commander.
because that is not good at all. So that's the thing with these Doom villages, especially if I do get too close and I'm generating too much noise, I can spawn. So there's infected colonists and then freshly infected. They run faster. They deal, or I should say, they move faster. They do kind of run, but my units can still move. I guess outpace them in a sense. So that's the good thing about that. So I need more food. And I'm also gonna need energy. And I can.
Do you need me?
This right here, I think is a safe bet.
Attack!
Possibly just a little bit closer. But I think it should be alright. I really am sorry. I'm hoping this doesn't look bad, graphics wise. Yeah, because it is just moving just a wee bit slower. And I know it's just because of recording. So I do apologize on that. But this is absolutely an amazing game, especially for being early access. I don't see too many flaws in it. But then again, that's just me. So I think really like one of my biggest things that gets to me a little bit is sometimes you're not always aware of zombies hitting your base or destroying or infecting buildings. It's absolutely a nightmare when they
Better be good.
when you don't get that notification, and one absolutely terrible. So let's get the energy. So the mill is what's going to give me 30 energy, and it's needed. The mill is needed so that one, I can build more buildings. On top of that, I can also upgrade my tents when I need to, which I can upgrade one right now, which is good because it'll give me more work.
What? You are gonna pay me for this, right? Are you sure? What?
Amount of zombies here, which I'm not liking at all.
Yeah.
But it's also a great way to generate experience. Now, once I get these rangers up to veteran status, I will set them up in a perimeter around my colony, just because I do not. You can only upgrade them once, and on top of that,
What's up? Any infection around? What?
at that point, once you have them at veteran, it's all about like protecting your colony and then slowly expanding it. So
Sure.
there's just absolutely no need to continue. Now, I know with the soldier, I have him right here. Usually I have him out and about, but because of this doomed colony, my starting point. Now the good thing is too, you can also build walls and you can build towers to help increase the range and also protect your guys. No zombie can hurt any of your guys while they're in a tower. Now the tower can be destroyed and as soon as it's destroyed, your guys can start getting fucked up. So it is also wise if you feel like you're not going to win the situation to get your guys out of there. So that's an infected colonist. So they move a little faster. They do deal more damage. So it is wise in case of a bunch of them come, especially against rangers that are not veterans. It is wise to get them out of there because they do also have more hit points. So it does take more time for them to come down. And especially if you only have one ranger paying attention to them, you can lose rangers quickly. And at the beginning, it is absolutely essential to keep whatever you can alive. So I think I have a fairly good start. So we'll get these tents upgraded because I absolutely need. And again, it provides 10 more gold. It doubles the amount of colonists and workers that I'm generating. It does, however, consume twice as much food and 3 times as much energy. But having those guys, it's just absolutely necessary. And getting that income up, it really does help. Like right now, I'm maxed out in stone, and I mean that's really good. But just having what I need to maximize the colony is really what makes it all worth it. Oof. Okay, good. Only one hit. Ooh, that's not good.
Attention. Building complete.
Okay. Saw another infected. Oh, there it is.
Aren't there other units to bother? Let me
Attention.
put an arrow in
Building
his head.
completed.
My bow is ready.
Woo! Yeah, we do not want those infected
What's up? Any
colonists
infected around?
dealing that much damage
I hope you're not
to my
wasting
guys.
time. What?
Ooh, that's an infected executive. So they even deal more damage. They move just as fast as an infected colonist, and they have a good amount of health. So those are ones that you absolutely do not want near your rangers, especially when you're trying to get them up in XP.
Yeah.
Once a ranger hits veteran, they deal 2 more damage, and their attack speed is doubled, which is absolutely great. So I have... how many workers does this take? 8 workers. Lord. But some of these veterans are almost up, and that is not good at all.
Orders, sir. On
Our
your
soldiers are in trouble.
Okay, good. So it will save the game every, like, once in a while, which is good. Now, here's the thing, though. If you do end up losing the game, you can't just go back
all the way.
to your most recent save.
Units under attack.
I believe it does save for you when you exit, so there is no point in trying to hope that you're going to get.
What's up? Any infected around? Yes.
So I do have at least one ranger at veteran now, which is good,
Are you sure?
because now I can focus on at least looking out for all my stuff.
Yeah.
So
This better be good.
not all of it, but I can pay attention a bit more to what I'm doing. Alright, there's another one, and that's another infected doomed village, which is not good.
Are you sure? You again. Great. This better be good. Gotcha. What? Roger that. Take my arrow.
Yeah, this is definitely slowing down a bit, so, and that ranger's taking a lot of damage. Woo. But hopefully after this they should level up.
Waiting on orders.
So yeah, this is a huge amount of zombies just all around.
You are gonna pay pay me for this, right?
So it is a bit of a rough start for me, I will say that. Now this is what I need. So warehouse will increase. It's going to increase my collection of resources that are within that little radius that you saw, as well as will increase my resource limit, which is good because I absolutely need that.
More hordes.
But for the veteran, there we go.
It's gonna cost you double.
Because now we can at least protect this little area while
Tell me.
okay, so I think I'm gonna stop it right here just because this is it is slowing down a bit, and on top of that I don't want to lose track of where I'm at least time wise, but again, this is their billing, so it is a little bit slow. I'm sure again that's just because one, recording, two, internet, and with three, I'm just in a terrible spot to try and record this game. And I think with the fact that it's also early access, it is just slowing it a bit. But again, their billings, absolutely fantastic game. I mean, like I said, I don't see too many flaws in it, but I'm sure anybody else is gonna find something about it. Maybe I'm just not picky, maybe my standards are low, I don't know. But anyways, you have any sort of recommendations, questions, comments, concerns, all that kind of stuff, feel free to put it in the comments down below. On top of that, if you like what I'm doing with this game, feel free to like the video. And if you like what I'm doing in general, feel free to join the clan by subscribing. This isn't the only game that I play. Feel free to check out all my other videos. You can follow me on Facebook at Resting Game Face. Let me know what you think about what I'm doing. And on top of that, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all later on.